Aha, hello. Well, today I'd like to have a look at this, which is another of these DPM jackets, these British Army disruptive pattern material jackets that I've got in my collection. This one is called the Smock Combat Windproof Woodland disruptive pattern. It's a 180-104, which is a goodly size. 180 is the length in centimetres and 104 is the chest. It's sort of like a sort of size 8, old style size of 8. It's okay. I prefer the 112 because then you can put stuff underneath it. So I get these really cheap because I buy them in Poland. But this one's really cool because it's been modified. Somebody has gone to the lengths of cutting off the extended part of the hood that had the wiring system with it and just turned it into a sort of SAS type hood. And it really works. It does the job. Although it's got like a little Red Riding Hood square back to it, it does the job. And they've taken out the draw cord as well. Although you could put one back in if you so desired. I don't know whether there is a hole for it. There it is. That's the hole. So you could put a cord in there if you wanted to, but why bother? Because it actually comes over your head. Really sweet. And they've also got rid of the elastication down below. Again, you could put that all back if you wanted to, but I wouldn't bother because it works just as it does. I mean, these are great coats for just outdoorsing, you know, if you're bushcrafting or something like that. But that wire hood is a bit of a monster because it tends to kind of get all tangled up. And also with a smaller hood, it's easier to just, you've got this loop, you can just kind of hook over this button at the back of the coat. See, there's the button. You just scrunch the hood up, hook it out, loop it over. I've got to do a couple of repairs on this one. It's got a rip in it, look. It's got a rip in it. But they are, I think they're 50-50, these jackets, in the sense of poly cotton. I can't remember now. But they're not just cotton, they've got polyester in there as well somehow. They're made in China, so they're very well made. I mean, although people take the piss and say, well, it's made in China, you beware, because actually the stuff made in China is often of hugely superior quality. Number that says on the number 4940, so that's probably some sort of factory code. There's little sausage. Hello, mate, you having a whittle? Bless you, darling boy. He's been a bit better recently. Jimmy, I'm talking about. So you've got the usual bits with Velcro adjustable cuffs. Check the Velcro on these jackets. Obviously, this one's in spankingly good condition because obviously if it's hanging off on some older jackets, the Velcro's hanging off. It can be repaired quite easily at a seamstress, but or a tailor's shop. But you know, you'd rather buy it new, wouldn't you? And they've got a double zip on them, so they're really handy for zippage and storage pockets. I mean, loads. Bushcrafting, you're in, because you've got these bellows pockets with these Canadian buttons, which I love Canadian buttons. I know some people don't like them, but I love them because they're so easy. They're one-handed businesses. You know, you can even an arthritic old git like me can undo it with one hand in it. He says, struggling, but there you go. And inside the pockets, you've got these little loops which you can hang things off, like lanyards, compasses, and what have you, whatever you might need in there. And you've also, if they're not enough, if the 4 pockets aren't enough, you've got this great big storage capacity pocket for all sorts of things. I use them for maps mostly because I'm a man of maps, me. And they go all the way back, as you can see, all the way to the seam. And that's a huge pocket, that is. And of course nowadays these jackets are printed on like an olive coloured material, so there's no white anymore. And so if you open up your jacket for ventilation, you're not sort of like revealing yourself as a, here I am, over here, you know. It's all good. So yeah, I love them, these jackets. I think they're just a business. And it's a Soldier 95 pattern, it's called. There you go, one-handed again, one hand on the wheel, look. And you've got a little, this little tiny pocket on the sleeve. I believe it was for a British Army knife, which has a sort of a blade and a spike. I don't know what the spike's for. Probably pulling sort of meat out of your teeth or something. God only knows, but no, they're well worth getting, these things. They cost you nothing. I bought this one for less than 15 quid, and it's in good order apart from that hole at the back of it, which I can easily stitch up. No bother, just a bit of black thread will do that, innit? And anyway, they're rip stop. I think these things, they tend not to expand the rip when you have torn them. So it's all good, baby. It's all good. I'm very happy with that. Got to make sure I don't trip over Jimmy, because he's got a penchant for like hanging about behind me. And so I'll say, well, thanks ever so much for watching. As well, you know, if you've got this far, you are nuts. But no, you're not really. Really appreciated all the people that watch my channel, because it is a load of old rubbish, let's face it. In case you haven't already realised that. But cheers, blessings to all. There's Jimbers.